No! 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 No!
Hey friends, it's your girl Tim, and today I'm going to be giving you a list of habits that help me unbig my back and lose 50 pounds after years of trying. If you've been struggling to lose weight, trying to find new ways in order to shed the pounds, these are 10 daily habits that you can implement today to get the process started right away. I'm really excited to share these tips, so let's get into it. Tip number 1 is eat more potatoes. Now I know, that sounds kind of absurd. Eat more? How can that be the first habit to help you lose weight? Potatoes are one of the most satiating foods in the world, meaning it keeps you fuller for much longer and you can eat much more of it for much less calories. Honestly, I'd eat my potatoes boiled, roasted, air fried, baked, and sweet potatoes count too. They're high in fiber, they're a little bit more sweeter, and they can make really good meals. Tip number 2, eat twice a day plus a snack. So basically, I eat brunch, I eat dinner, and I eat a snack somewhere in between. That's it. And I'm gonna be honest, on these days, my stomach would be so flat that I'd have to put a search warrant out for my waist, because where was it? I couldn't find it anywhere.
Bitch, I've been hot since flip phones. Running this game for 5 years. Guess that's why my feet hurt.
If I did choose to eat twice a day with a snack, I'd only do this on days where I didn't work out at all. So if I lifted weights or did any vigorous training, I would 100% eat more. Here's why it worked. Skipping one full meal helped me increase the amount of calories in the other 2. So all I really did was spread out my calories between 2 meals rather than 3. Usually when you spend a day not moving as much, you're thinking about food a lot more. So to help me with that, eating twice was effective because I could eat more at each meal and kind of add in some of my favorite things while still staying in my calorie deficit and not making myself starve in any way. So tip number 3, eat more cucumbers and more watermelon. Why? Because they're basically like 99% water. Okay, don't fact check me on that, but they're like majority water. And whenever I'd have those days where I was just really hungry, I was really close to my calories for the day, but I felt like I really needed more food, that's when I'd pop out with my watermelon or my cucumber, and honestly, I'd low-key stuff my face in it. It made the biggest difference because I was able to eat them at a high volume for much less calories. Tip number 4, drink your protein. I'm talking to the girlies who struggle to get their protein in. You're at the beginning of your journey, you're trying your best to hit your protein goal for the day, but you just can't do it. That was me when I first started. So what did I do? I drank my protein. Obviously, if you can get your protein from natural sources, do it. My favorite way to drink my protein were the protein juices. Oh my gosh, they were my go-to because it felt like it was just like a juice I was drinking with my meal. When I have the version that's like vanilla based powder or chocolate powder in milk, it felt really filling and like it was just a separate thing that I had to force myself to chug. But when I had a protein juice, it was a protein powder, but you put it in water, and I would always have it with chilled water, so there'd be ice in there too. And when I would have a protein juice, I'd have it at the side of whatever meal I was eating. It just felt like I was just drinking juice, and I didn't feel like I was forcing myself to get protein in, if that makes sense. Tip number 5, Coke Zero is not your enemy. I'm sorry, it's just not. Aspartame police, please don't come for me. I already hear you typing, but swapping sugary drinks for Coke Zero was life-changing for me. I love a nice little drink at the side of my meal, especially when the meal is like low carb or extremely healthy or just something I wouldn't normally reach for, especially at the beginning of my journey. I needed something, you know, with little bubbles, something with a little flavor that was familiar to me. And the best way to get that experience and that feeling was drinking Coke Zero. And it was it's 0 calories. Like, how can you say no to that? I'm not saying that you should drink it like it's a vegetable and you should just have it all the time, 3 times a day, no. But am I saying that sometimes when you're having that craving or you need to get through the day or to mentally get you through the meal that you're about to eat that you're not that excited about, yeah, drink a Coke Zero. That's what I did. Again, it helped me stick this weight loss journey out so much longer because I had that to look forward to. Tip number 6, pick out 3 to 4 core weight loss meals. Having a few go-to meals makes it much easier to stay on track. So with these 3 to 4 meals, you can have them on rotation every week and it'll reduce decision fatigue. If you have 3 to 4 core meals that you know that are easy to make, easy to adjust, easy to switch things out, just make sure that they're high in protein, high in fiber, and veggies. When you make a meal and you eat it and you were mentally satisfied, write that down and repeat it. Add it to the rotation. Trust me, you don't want to keep trying all these new boring meals that don't excite you. Once you've found the one and you keep finding the one, 3 to 4, y'all. That will get you through. Habit number 7, go to bed early. You can't raid the pantry if you're unconscious. Crazy concept, I know, but it helps. This is for the late night snackers who be up all night, doom scrolling on TikTok, and wondering why they end up back in the kitchen in the middle of the night. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Train your body to go to bed at the same time every day so it knows that it's not time to get hungry, it's time to go to bed. Routines always work. Have a morning routine, have a bedtime routine, have an eating routine, you know, times in the day in which you consistently eat a meal. Your body will get used to it and it'll know when to like have those hunger cues, and it'll know when to expect food, and it'll trust you more, and it won't have you, you know, your stomach rumbling in the middle of the night because you'll be unconscious, which is a great deficit hack. Habit number 8, use smaller plates. When you eat off a giant plate, your food looks lonely, it looks sad. But when you eat that same food on a smaller plate, it looks like a holiday feast. And your brain totally falls for it. You feel satisfied with less food just because your plate looked like it was a mountain of food that you were excited to eat. Putting it in a smaller plate or smaller bowl really did trick the mind into thinking you were eating so much food when you really weren't, and you were still in a calorie deficit. So it's a great way to stay satisfied when you're trying to lose weight. Smaller plates equals smaller portions, which equals smaller waistline. Habit number 9, move more. It's important to move your body, and the more you move your body, the more calories you burn. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park a lot farther from the store. Pace around while you're on the phone with your friends. I'd be pacing around my kitchen with them on speaker, and without realizing it, if an hour goes by, I'm 6,000 steps in. And it was just a great way to not consciously be thinking about getting steps, but getting that movement in anyway. It's a lot harder to snack mindlessly when you're constantly on the move. Another really great tip is to walk after you finish eating. A nice 5 to 10 minute walk after every meal. It aids in digestion, it stabilizes blood sugar, and then it burns a few extra calories. So definitely walking is probably one of the best and most easiest ways to get the weight to start shedding at a more consistent and steady rate. Habit number 10, adopt a fail fast mindset. Weight loss isn't about being perfect, it's about figuring out what works for you. If a meal plan, workout, or snack hack doesn't work for you, don't stress. Fail fast, learn, and move on. The quicker you experiment, the faster you figure out the habits that'll actually stick. If you keep thinking, oh, I should try that, and you never do because you worry that it's not gonna work and you're scared of what the results may or may not be, you're lengthening the process, making the journey that much longer when you wanna lose the weight now. The quickest way to get to the end point of your journey is to try things and fail quickly. You try it, doesn't work, we maneuver. We move into the next direction. All of our bodies are different, and you have to apply and try these things for yourself to see what works for you. So like I said earlier with the protein juice, some people might love the protein juice, some might love a protein smoothie, some might just like a protein bar instead for that quick snack. Whatever is effective for you, and you won't know until you try it for yourself. Adopting these habits into my life really made the biggest change for me, and they allowed me to stick the entire process out until I got to the goal weight that I had been dreaming of for years and years. And I know that if you adopt any one of these tips, or literally all of them, it'll help you get to your goal weight too. Tell me in the comments if there's a habit that I didn't list today that you find that really helped. I'd love to hear more because I'm always looking for new ways to maintain the weight loss and to really stay on this journey so it stays as a lifestyle and not just some momentary diet. It's been quite the experience. I really hope that you adopt some of these tips, if not all of them. And as usual, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your experiences below and any habits that you have. And I cannot wait to see you guys next time. I will see you next week.